And I thought that was amusing. Um, my big problem with Danny Rand is really in the second half of the series when they sort of abandoned this wide-eyed, innocent take on the character, and they started giving him a revenge plot line. Like, he was constantly looking for whoever killed his parents and crashed his plane when he was younger. And I understand wanting to have that motivation, but they kind of drastically changed the character a bit. He got a lot more like, oh, I'm going to be focused and I'm going to be angry. And I'm going to reenact. I'm going to reenact something that happened for the past 4 episodes. Danny Rand finds out somebody might have been involved with his parents' murder, and he's like, I'm going to kill them. I'm going to find them, and I'm going to kill them. And somebody goes, no, Danny, you can't kill them. That'll mess up your chi. That'll mess up your character. You can't, it's wrong. You can't do that. And Danny says, I'm going to kill them. And Danny confronts them and fights them, and then he has a chance to kill them, but he doesn't take it because he says, killing is wrong, and I'm not going to do that. And then the person that he was after says, well, that's good, because this person is actually involved in your parents' murder. And Danny Rand goes, I'm going to kill them! And the whole thing just starts all over again. That happens like 3 times. It gets ridiculous. It gets so ridiculous. And that's when I started losing interest in that character and started looking at everybody else in the show going, oh yeah, a lot of these people were a lot better. Some of the other fights weren't quite as good. Now, I'm in no means a fight expert. I think I had all of about 4 months of karate training when I was 10. So I'm not really a good one to speak here, but there were a couple, and nothing unfortunately really comes to mind. A couple of fights just looked a little clunky and didn't really hold my interest as much. I have this written down here. The nunchuck scene. And this is another scene, I think it's the same scene that's gotten a lot of flack from critics, where Danny and Colleen are in Colleen's dojo. And Danny finds a bunch of weapons and he's got like a sword that he's swinging around and like a pair of nunchucks that he's kind of flailing about. Danny's supposed to be a kung fu master. He's supposed to be, or karate, I forget which one they say it is. He's supposed to be able to do this. There was the scene from the 1990s Ninja Turtle movie where a guy in a 100-pound rubber suit is much more convincing with a pair of nunchucks than 25-year-old Finn Jones wearing a sleeveless shirt and a pair of sweatpants. That doesn't look great, man. It doesn't look great. I read a little bit about the training he did, and again, I am not one to talk. Kudos to you for the training that you went through. But for you or the director or whoever okayed that cut, that one take, maybe should have gone back and gotten a second one. And then the special effects. Now, in a lot of the other Marvel series, the special effects usually include people flying through the air or bloody makeup or fight stunts, things like that. Unfortunately, with Iron Fist, there's a lot of other spiritual effects that need to go on. And to give them credit, the Iron Fist does look cool. It starts glowing, you see like the veins and everything inside it looks like they put a light inside of Finn Jones' fist. And I thought that looked cool. But there's multiple times you see a bird flying through the city, or you see Danny Rand sitting on a mountain, and it just does not look real enough, unfortunately. But sitting back and looking at it, those were really only my biggest problems with it. I've seen a lot of people saying that I think I've seen some articles saying that this is the worst Netflix series ever. I just want to run down a few more that I've seen a few episodes of, and I think are contenders for worst Netflix episode. The Ranch, starring, is it Danny Masterson and Ashton Kutcher? Turbo Fast, which is a cartoon series based off the movie Turbo, which is about a fast snail. One called, and I had to go back and look this up, Kulipari, an Army of Frogs. When I first saw it, I thought it was a Ninja Turtle ripoff. Then I realized it was a, oh God, what was that movie called with the kangaroos? Warriors of Virtue. It was a Warriors of Virtue more ripoff with frogs. And really, you're going to say Iron Fist is the worst Netflix series? Unbelievable. All right. So I just wanted to close with a few other thoughts, questions. This, of course, was the last of the Marvel series before they go into the Defenders, which is going to be Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist teaming up. And I'm wondering how they're going to come together. Of course, I'm sure Claire Temple will prove some sort of catalyst in that, but at the end of the Luke Cage series, he's been arrested. He's going back to jail. So is he going back to jail just for a couple months? Are the other Defenders going to have to break him out to go fight the enemy? What's going to happen? And of course, what enemy are they going to fight? I would think the Hand, both Daredevil and Iron Fist, almost exclusively deal with the Hand. But then Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, neither one of them dealt with the Hand, and they each had their own villains. And then looking at some of the promos, it's everybody in their street clothes, including Matt Murdock. But is he going to be Daredevil in the series? Is Daredevil going to be the only one in costume? Is Danny Rand going to get his Iron Fist outfit? You know, how weird is that going to look that you have three people in regular street clothes and then this guy in an outfit? It looks like it looked like a group of people that were going out for Halloween and only one person wore a costume, and Matt Murdock showing up like, "Come on, guys! I thought we were all getting involved in this. What? Now I look like the asshole. Thanks, Luke." And speaking of Luke, in the comics, he and Danny Rand are supposed to be like BFFs. They work together. They play off of each other. It's a great pairing in the few things that I've seen together. So I'm hoping that in this Defender series, the two of them sort of become friends, and maybe instead of a Luke Cage season 2 or Iron Fist season 2 or just Iron Fist season 2, we get, Luke Cage and Iron Fist doing something together. Maybe bring Paul Rudd in as Scott Lang, Ant-Man, and then you could do a Heroes for Hire. Instead of Luke Cage or Iron Fist season 2, just do Heroes for Hire. That would be fantastic. So, got a whole page here. That was my thoughts on Iron Fist. If you liked that, let me know. I got thoughts to share on a whole bunch of other stuff, including, the Ninja Turtle movies. I still want to go out and see this Power Ranger movie. I've heard that's kind of decent. I've got a series that I've been working on called In Defense Of, where I want to go look at movies that have critically and commercially not done well and see if they're worth defending. If you've made it through this whole 20-minute video and that sounds like something you're interested in, let me know. I could always use likes, subscribes, share these videos. That would all be fantastic. Again, if you made it through this, I want to thank you so much, because it's basically just me sitting here ranting at a camera. And that can be boring, and I like to think that I can make it a little entertaining. So thank you so much, and I will see you guys later.